Good morning, guys. Today is Thursday, tomorrow Friday. Just want to say hello. I am doing my morning walk and before I go to the gym, then heading to work. It is I call this like a fresh kind of morning because the air just feels fresh. The sun isn't peeking through, but it's still kind of there. It's a little grayish blue kind of, but it's still nice. It looks like it's about to rain, but I don't think it's going to. Maybe drizzle a little bit. It looks very nice. It's peaceful this morning. I feel like that time of day is always like peaceful. Right before lunch. I got my tea here. The flavor for this morning for my tea is mint. It's like green tea and mint leaf. Yeah, I'm getting used to having tea here now. Like, for example, like the tea here. You know, like how you have the tea with a string attached to it. They don't really make them here. It's just like bags, like little small bags of teas, but it doesn't have any like strings attached to it. Or like you buy the actual like tea leaves and you make your own tea. Oh, warm. I saw something today on the news. No, yeah, it was the news. I think it was BBC. Somebody was reporting that the UK hasn't seen. No, it said England. England hasn't seen the sun for 18 days. Basically, like it's been gray. The sun hasn't fully peeked through for 18 days. And I thought about it. I was, oh, I didn't really even notice it. Perhaps my body's just used to this weather now that I don't really notice that the sun is even here or not. But, well, to be fair, spring is around the corner, so we'll see. Oh yeah, the sun is showing like back there. I have a feeling the sun's gonna show up. Anyways, just doing my walk before going to the gym. I was thinking about doing legs today, but I will not be doing legs because I had a volleyball match a few days ago, and literally my legs are super sore. So I think I'm gonna do chest, triceps, shoulders. That's about it. Hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody watching this. Don't know where you're watching this from, and good morning. It's almost Friday. Do you guys have any plans for Valentine's Day? I'm actually working on Valentine's Day. So on Sunday, I am off on Sunday, so I'm gonna do something with the missus on Sunday. Maybe we'll go get a Sunday Sunday roast. That's a really good idea. She does love Sunday roast, so I might do that. I might do that. But I will go to this place that we really like. It's like it's an English breast pub slash restaurant, but the chefs that makes the Sunday roast, or I think Nepalese. So it's like a, so they add a little flair, like a Nepalese flair to their Sunday roast, which is very nice. Which is very, very nice. Kushka, where am I from? It's always complicated whenever people ask me where I'm from, because I lived in different countries my whole life. I was born in Cote d'Ivoire, grew up in the States, now I live in the UK. England. Oscar, hello. If money wasn't an option, would you stay in the UK for move or move your family back to the States? Oh, money is not even on it. Like there's no. How am I gonna say this? Money has never been uh, an issue. It was more of like changing our pace of life, as well as wanting safety. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Some people, feel safe in the States and feel calm. Their mental health is, they're fine with everything that's going on in the States. And some other people, they do have the means to move out of the States to basically have a different atmosphere when it comes to like things that are positive and feeling safe, all that stuff. So they get to take a chance and move out of the country. So that's basically what we did. We moved out from the state because we felt like the way things were going, not like we predicted what's happening in the States right now, because I feel like the United States always been the center of like all the drama in the world. But I think that before a US administration, before recent administration, my wife and I told ourselves that let's step out from the United States for a little bit because we had a feeling that things unraveling when our current president won the election was going to be worse than um, any other things that we've seen before. So we took a chance and decided to just move to the UK. But funny story, fun fact, the UK wasn't always our first option. Obviously moving, literally just like leaving everything behind you and just moving to another country, is not easy. But we wanted somewhere closer so that if we needed to go back to the States, in case of emergencies like visiting, or like a son wanted to see, a family, be like an easy trip. So Canada was first. So it was Montreal, Toronto, that was our option. But then I think Vancouver at one point. Vancouver was way too expensive. But then we were like, let's explore somewhere else. And we already liked visiting England. We visited England before, like England and in Scotland. So we visited during the summer, like prior to that, like in the past. So we're like, what it will take for us to move there? What are the logistics of actually living there when it comes to work? The cost of living, safety, schools, which was like uh, a number one like topic. How's the schools, um, all that stuff, and what are the chances for like just we basically put a lot of numbers and stuff like that into it, as well as do we see ourselves living there in 5 years? That was like the biggest question because we can't just like move to another country just for 1 year. But we wanted to at least go to a country where we stay there until after, hopefully, after the chaos that's going on in the States, that, dims down a little bit and maybe we'll go back. So, out of all the places we even considered France as well. But the UK was the top, but we just didn't know which kingdom in the UK we were going to be. But out of all of them, we were like, England, let's try England. And then we did all those, numbers, blah, 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 studies, and then England. And then because also England has a lot of US bases, like US Air Force, like military installations and stuff like that. So if there was something that happened, at least we have, because the bases are kind of like not technically embassies, but at least if something happened, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can go to a U.S. Air Force base or naval base and still be protected there. So we also wanted to be near an Air Force base. But again, because we'll put that in mind that if this guy wins something, it was going to be chaos, not just the US, but it was going to affect everybody. Literally, we had like the strongest people, literally our friends were like, back in the States, were like, you guys are just over exaggerating. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he was president before. Like, what are you talking about? But my wife and I were like, no, if this man wins again, it's going to be worse than the first term, because now he's coming with a revenge. He's coming with like a motive. He's coming for everybody who ever came for him, who defied him. And literally less than a year. I mean, I don't have to say much. It's everywhere in the news. But yeah, so that's we never even heard of the place that the village that we live. I'm not gonna say where we live, but we live in Huntingtonshire. Never heard of it. The reason why we chose this is because I was applying for jobs everywhere, and I told myself I don't want to move. We told ourselves that we don't want to move to a country without a job. Let's get a job first, being on a visa, and then move. So that's what we did. I applied to like so many jobs, like everywhere in England. I applied in many jobs in, what was it? Obviously London, but I'm so glad that I didn't move to, sorry, not England, sorry, London, yeah. I'm so glad I didn't like take any jobs in London, because my God, that place is a lot. This one just was perfect. Never heard of this town before at all. They offered me the position, just pack all my stuff, say goodbye to everybody, sold everything, sold the home, sold the cars, closed all the bank accounts, say goodbye to our friends, and then I came first. What a culture shock when I came here. Because for me, I was like, it's England. I've been to England before, but when you actually leave, you actually reside in England, the culture shock comes like every day, because like even though the US and England both speak English, it's totally different. The mindset is different. Even the language is different. The food is different. The way people think, like everything is just like different. I think I just assumed that English to English, England, the US, not much difference. But no, like it's like night and day. In a good way, no, not like in a bad way. But yeah, I think my trip here was so funny. I got lost so many times trying like coming to England with all my luggages, trying to navigate the tube, the train. But thankfully, I had a few angels who were helping me, like guiding me with like my next train and all that stuff. Because that was, I'm able to handle a lot of things, but the train system here and the tube thing, I'm trying my best to get it, but it's just so confusing to me. I'm gonna get it eventually, but I've been here for almost 2 years. It's still a lot. Um, but yeah, I think after being here for like 2 years, I'm not quite sure. Um, I legit asked my wife. I was just like talking. I didn't even really think about it like that. And I was just saying, like, I don't know what we're talking about. I was like, when we move back to the States, like maybe like retirement or whatever, or I don't know, like some point we're gonna move back. That's what I said. And I was like, maybe like our house should be on this state or whatever. We're talking about house and stuff like that. And she was like, why are you talking about a house there? I'm not planning on moving back. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. But the thing is, she didn't say we are not moving back. She said, I'm now moving back. Almost like if me and my son wanted to move back to the state, she will stay here in England. And I thought that was funny. Um, but so far, it seems like we are going to be here for a while. Um, I think that at first when we moved here, we told ourselves 4 years, and then we'll move back. But I think that we are going to extend um, whenever our visa, because 1 year before our visa expires. So basically, I came here. So in 2 years, no, in 1.5 years, we're going to decide um, how we're going to extend our visa, or maybe get another job that will be sponsor us to still be in the UK. But I mean, to update our visa, to extend it here, I don't think will be an issue. It just depends on if I want to still stay on the job that I want, that I'm have right now, or venture out somewhere else. So we'll see about that. Let's see. Glad you chose England. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you're a man or a woman, but thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. I love when people say things like that. I love my videos because honestly, I think most of you guys like could relate to this, but I feel like when you've been through like, well, not necessarily when you've been through a lot, but being positive is better than being negative all the time, regardless what you've been through. So I don't try my best. I kind of like, it comes natural to me to be positive all the time. And some people think that I'm over positive at times, but I feel like speaking positively is able to bend your reality, to actually force your future reality to be positive. So I'll make it natural. It just becomes natural for me to be optimistic about every single thing, as much as I can. All right, let me see how much time do I have? Okay, so I have 3 more minutes. I swear, like, I'm so happy I have like a strong will, because weather like this, is like my favorite because when it's super grayish like this, and when you're home and you have a big window looking out some sort of like greenery or like a garden, I don't know, even like a plant or one tree, and just having like a drink in your hand, it's like such a mood. And put like a little fireplace on, listening to some like lounge music or like smooth jazz. This is like the perfect weather for that. But I have to go to work, so I can't do that. I'm gonna try to go live more. I've been like super busy, especially this week. I'm trying to like cram so much at once, but I decided to just like go slow, just take my time, finish one project at a time. Because I was literally just doing everything at once, beginning of this week. But I've achieved most of my stuff, which is good. I think it's all drizzling right now. Anyway, guys, I think I'm about to go inside now to work out. But for everyone who tuned in to my live, all the I don't know, like 10 people, thanks for tuning in. I will go live again soon. Make sure you guys subscribe. You know, thanks for always rocking with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. All right, have a good day, everybody. See ya. Oh, you too. Have a good day. I appreciate it. Bye bye.